Hey everyone, it's January 29th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with double murderer Winnie Ruth Judd, who was known as the Trunk Murderess, and that's her right up there. Judd was born in Indiana in 1905, her father a minister and her mother a schoolteacher. She got married at the tender age of 19 to Dr. William Judd, who was 20 years her senior, but ultimately separated, with Judd moving to Phoenix, Arizona in 1930. She became a figure on the Phoenix social scene, meeting a married bigwig in the lumber business named Jack Halloran, with whom she carried on an affair. Working as a medical secretary, she met a pair of Alaskans who had moved to Arizona when one of them contracted tuberculosis. They were roommates, and Judd soon moved in with him. All was not well, however, as frequent fights led to Judd returning to her own apartment in 1931. Her beau, Jack Halloran, was quite the womanizer, and he had taken an interest in both of her former roommates, causing jealousy that led to their friendship fizzling. In October of 1931, Judd went to the apartment shared by her former friends. She shot the pair with a revolver, then dismembered one of them with surgical instruments, placing one body in a shipping trunk and splitting the body parts of the other between suitcases and a hat box. 2 days later, she fled, hopping on a train to Los Angeles, bringing the body parts with her as luggage. A porter noticed a terrible odor and disgusting liquid emanating from her bags and thought they may contain illegal deer meat, which was frequently smuggled across state lines at the time. The police were called, but she left the bags at the station and fled. The authorities opened the luggage, discovering the body parts. She hid for nearly a week before turning herself in. The press ran scandalous headlines about the blonde butcher and the tiger woman, ultimately settling on referring to her as the Trunk Murderess. Judd was returned to Arizona to face trial, and it began in January of 1932. She was only charged with the death of one of the women due to difficulties in forensic examination of a 3-day-old dismembered body. The prosecution told jurors that Judd had shot the two women while they slept, a premeditated act due to her jealousy. Her defense was that she was innocent due to insanity. After a 3-week trial, she was found guilty of first-degree murder, sentenced to be hanged for her crime. After her conviction, her lover was indicted as an accomplice to the crime, with Judd's testimony of, "I'm going to be hanged for something Jack Halloran is responsible for. I was convicted of murder, but I shot in self-defense. Jack Halloran removed every bit of evidence. He is responsible for me going through all this. He is guilty of anything I am guilty of." She now claimed that she had been attacked by the woman when she went to their apartment to play bridge, and that Halloran arrived shortly after the shooting. Seeing the scene, he grabbed the trunk from the garage, cut up the body, and placed it inside. The charges against Halloran were dropped, with the judge finding too many inconsistencies in the state's story and Judd's testimony. Judd's sentence was commuted, and she was sent to the Arizona State Asylum for the Insane, where she lived for the next 30 years. She was hard to keep confined, however, as she escaped 6 times, the last time remaining on the run for 6 years. She was paroled in 1971 and died in Phoenix in 1998 at the age of 93. Some believe she was railroaded by the system and that Halloran was the mastermind behind the crime. But in 2014, a confession letter from 1933 was discovered, in which she stated that she killed them acting completely on her own. Everyone involved is long dead, so we'll probably never know for sure. If it was your birthday, I hope you had a good one. If you know somebody's birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Winnie Ruth Judd, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.